Is it worth it? The cheeks potentially dying. Quick story time. I want y'all to know that simping is really dangerous. It's a dangerous activity. Now, this is back when I was younger, back when I wasn't so smooth, I wasn't so good with the ladies. I was just falling for anything and everything. I met this young lady, an Arabic girl. She was pretty sweet, she was pretty cute. And I think she DM'd me, you know what I'm saying? We chopped it up a little bit. Eventually we got to meeting up. Back then I had the little hoopty-whoopty. Long story short, I had flipped one of my old cars. So like, I just flipped it on the side. Like I didn't like flip it over, I just flipped it on the side. So side of the car kind of looked like it had Down syndrome or some shit. But I remember pulling up. I hit her up, I was like, hey, I'm on the way. She told me what area to go to. She didn't give me an exact address. She told me what area to go to. I'm like, whatever. Wasn't thinking much of it. So I go to the area. It told me to meet her like at a gas station. And at this time, bro, you know, I'm thirsty. You feel me? So like, I'm not even thinking like, this is kind of fucking weird. Like, why wouldn't she just give me the address to pull up to where she's at? I'm thinking maybe she's at the gas station, but like, I see her walking up towards the gas. I'm like, whatever. So she hops in. She got to climb through the window. Hey, that's how you know, like, there's some decent girls out there. I don't know if this girl was decent, but there's some decent girls out there. She was jumping through my jacked up ass G35 with Down syndrome, literally climbing through the window. But then again, that's maybe because it's me. But anywho, we go out. We have a good time. She was chill. Then we went to like a little nature trail sort of thing. It was pretty chill, good vibes. So I think I'll end up linking with her again. Same situation. She don't give me no address. And when I drop her back off the previous time, same thing. I don't drop her off at her house. I drop her off like down the street type shit. And my dumb ass, hey, I'm not even worried about it. It is what it is. So drop her off down there. And I come back, same situation. Pick her up, completely different location. Whatever. But this time, I'm feeling good. I'm in my Duffy, and we go to my spot. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know the spot. Y'all know when y'all was young, y'all had that one spot that you went up to. You know what I'm saying? To do what you had to do. You know what I'm saying? Up to that point, I had a damn near 100% closing rate, but we did not close this night. So I went to the spot, and it was like it's a real dark area, kind of like a little cul-de-sac, but it's an abandoned cul-de-sac. Like there's no one like living there. There's no houses there. And she was just creeped out. I was like, all right, cool. No, I don't want to have no weird shit. You know, not trying to do nothing weird, nothing like that. So I'm like, if you feel uncomfortable, like it's cool, we can leave or whatnot. I'm like, in the back of my head, I'm like, fuck. But anyway, we go. And she doesn't tell me like why she felt weirded out. She was just saying like, I really didn't like this setting. This like gives me memories and shit. And like, I'm like, whatever. Like, bro, she's giving me all these fucking signs. I'm telling you guys, but I wasn't paying attention to none of it. I was being a simp. Simping can get you. But anywho, we go out for the third time. And no, we did not go out, actually. I was at the gym. And she calls me. Boo-hoo fucking crying. And I'm like, yo, like, what's going on? And you know me, Simp Rube. You see, I'm in my white attire today because I was white knighting like a motherfucker. And I was like, what's wrong? You know, like, what's going on? She's like, I need someone to talk to. I need some happiness. So I end up Ubering her to the gym because at the time I was staying with my people and like I wasn't finna bring her to my house. I barely knew the bitch. But which is another thing, like, bro, I barely knew the bitch. It's gonna make it sound even crazier what's finna go down. So she pulls up, hops out the Uber, immediately runs to me, crying like a motherfucker. And mind you, we are in the middle of the gym. We were like, well, we weren't in the middle of the gym. We walked outside the gym, but she's just crying. Just in my arms, like I'm hugging her. I'm like it's cool. Like what's going on? Like stop crying. Like we in public. Like it's not a good look. But bro, she was crying like a child, and she starts telling me like, oh, you know, like I didn't want to do it, and like they made me do it. I'm like, bitch, what the fuck are you talking about? And I was like, just tell me. Hindsight, I shouldn't have asked that. I should just let it go. But I was like, dude, like, what's going on? I'm just confused at this point. Like, this girl, she just comes crying and shit, and I'm here like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. So I'm like, at least tell me what's going on, if I can have an idea of what I should do. And long story short, she tells me that she set up some dude to get whacked by her ex. So, and that's why she felt all like weirded out in like the dark little parking lot and shit, is because like it was a very similar situation to where she had set up dude to get whacked. And she explains this to me, and then she tells me like that's why she's even in the city. Like her ex had fucking took her out the city and like sent her to like his cousins or some shit, and she just been fucking trapped there for fucking months. And she had no contact with her family. They didn't know where she was at, and she had no way to get away from them. She was broke. She had no money, all that sort of shit. She had no car, nothing. And like literally the reason I couldn't go to her house is because that was her ex's people's house. So like it wouldn't be a good look if a nigga was just coming to pick this bitch up all the time. And once again, white knight, simp ass Ruben, still didn't take those as red flags. I'm like, damn, this poor girl. I'm so sorry for you. Granted, people that in these sort of situations put themselves in these sort of situations. Do not be fucking Captain Save-A-Ho. But that's who I was. I had my cape on. I was Captain Save-A-Ho. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. So she's telling me like, I just want to go home. Like, I haven't seen my family in months. They don't know where I'm at. I want to contact them. So eventually we get to the point where she contacts her people for the first time in months, and Charlie tells her where they're at. And they're like, they drop everything. They say like, we'll be there like immediately. And they were like a couple states over. So it's going to take them like a day or two to actually get there. She's like, I need somewhere to stay the night. I'm like, like, first of all, not coming to my house, especially with this wild ass story. And I was thinking about I could just get her a room or some shit. And which is what I ended up doing. I ended up getting her a room. Like, I guess that makes me a nice guy. But, and she offered me to stay. I was like, is it worth it? The cheeks potentially dying. Potentially get, but I'm like, nah. Like, I know I was tripping for a majority of that story, but like, I'm not finna get set up like the other nigga got set up. So I give her a place. Like, I don't tell her where I stay or nothing like that. And I get her a room or whatnot. And then the next day I come over, we get her and we take her to like her friend's house that she was working with at the time. And that's where she stayed until her people came. And it's a very interesting story. Like, I went and I met her family and all and all that sort of shit. They were like happy as fuck, cause like it's low-key a tragic story. Like, they haven't seen this girl for like 5-6 months. And so they're all happy, like, so thank you so much and all this shit. And I'm like, hey, I'm just doing what I do, you know what I'm saying? This is what I do. And that was the last time I seen that girl. I saved her life, or I helped save her life. She came to me and trauma dumped all this shit on me. I think she ended up going into like witness protection until the nigga got caught. But cause she ended up snitching on the nigga. That's why she left. Cause she agreed that she was gonna snitch on him and give up his identity or whatever. And that's how they left. You know, I clearly not gonna name any names here or give any very specific details, but just a very interesting situation. And it's the sort of situations that only sipping can get you into. As soon as she started crying with the bullshit, I should have been like, that sounds like a personal problem. Matter of fact, as soon as she told me to meet her at the gas station or something, not to drop her off at her house, red fucking flags. We got a red flag video coming up soon, because like, some niggas just don't know these things, man. Like, And I wish I would have saved me a lot of trouble. It was an interesting story to say the least. Like, by the end of it, she was saying like, "Oh, I love and I'm gonna get a tattoo of your name." So I'm like, chill. Once again, barely know your ass. I don't know why you decided that I was gonna be the one to save your life, which I kind of was in a way. I guess that makes me a hero. Y'all niggas should start calling me Big Henry Hero Levi. Double HL. I don't know. But more of the story, don't be a simp. Don't be a white knight. Like, bro, these hoes will really fuck up your whole situation, G. Doses.